I don't want to take super long to actually do this reading because I know a lot of y'all are not here for those super long introductions. Like I know when I'm watching a reading, I hate when like they take too long to get started. You know what I mean? All right, so let's get right into it. Sir, please tell me what is the Cancer's overall energy for December 2022? What's their overall energy? All right, so we have Justice. We have the Tower. No, sorry. Ooh, not the Tower, the Chariot. We have the Magician. Okay, maybe I'm gonna just put it like this. All right. We also have the Ten of Swords, the Four of Swords, and Death. Okay, wow. Cancer, y'all going through a lot. Um, so for the top energy to be Justice, it feels like you guys are going through some type of karmic lesson. That's the first thing I'm getting right off the bat. And what I mean by that is, karmic lessons are just basically like situations and events that you're not really learning from. And so let me explain what it means. It would be like whoever you're involved with, you saw certain red flags and you ignore the red flags, right? That would be like you kind of not learn from a karmic lesson. So it's like if you meet somebody and like the things they tell you don't make sense and you know like it doesn't make sense, but you still continue on with them, and like your past like boyfriends or girlfriends, it was the same thing where like when you first met them what they said didn't make sense, but you overlooked it, and then over time you start to realize that they were a liar, and then now you met this person and you kind of doing the same thing. It just means like it's a karmic lesson, and unfortunately you're just not learning from it, right? And that's kind of how we are, like even though we're adults, like in a lot of ways we're like kids, right? Because you could tell the baby, hey, don't touch the stove. Does that mean the baby's gonna listen? No, they not. So the baby touches the stove and then they get burnt. And then you would think like, oh, the baby's gonna stop touching the stove, but no, the baby touches it again, because they might have to get burnt a couple of times to be like, all right, it's time for me to get it, right? So it just feels like with justice coming out, it's like a lot of you are kind of repeating like the same mistakes over and over again, but it feels like now you're finding that balance. Like now you're realizing what you did wrong, and like justice is gonna be served because of that. Now, what I am getting with the Chariot is that this been a big obstacle for you, right? But it does feel like you're overcoming this obstacle. So it's like, yes, this was a hard thing for you to overcome, but it feels like with a lot of self discipline, with a lot of patience, and just willpower, you're able to overcome it. And I feel like with the Magician, it's like in the past, when things like this would happen, you'll be really sad about it. You'll be really down about it. Like you'll be beating yourself up about it. But it feels like you're not going to do that anymore. If anything, to be honest, I feel like a lot of you are going to turn this negative into something positive, where you're going to use this to kind of fuel you to do the things that you want to do. So it could be like maybe this person put you down, made you feel like you would never accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. So now you're like, you know what? I'm going to take this negative situation and it's going to drive me to do all the things that I've always wanted to do, right? So it's like you turn this negative into positive, you transmute it, right? And that's all about alchemy. Now, with the Ten of Swords, that does not mean that this isn't a painful ending. It does not mean that it does not hurt. It does not mean that you don't feel backstabbed or betrayed, because you do, but you're just choosing to go about this betrayal differently. In the past, you might have like cried over it, moped over it, things like that. I think you're gonna do that now too, but you're not gonna sit in it. Like you're gonna allow yourself to be sad, and then you're gonna be like, all right, like it's time to get over this. And I do feel like with the Four of Swords, for a lot of you, for a lot of you, it feels like you're the one that's gonna end it with this person, but you may need to kind of sit on it first. Like, might need to take a little break to really decide like this is what you want. Like, I think a lot of you know like this is what you're gonna do, but it's still a little ounce of you that's like, am I doing the right thing? So I think like a lot of you are gonna like go within, do some soul searching. Some of you may like go on a retreat. Some of you are gonna go away for Christmas with your family, and that's where you're gonna get the strength to basically end this. So this, whoever this is done. This is game over. You're over this, right? But what's beautiful about this is that it allows you to transform. It allows you to go through this spiritual transformation that I feel like for a long time a lot of you have been trying to avoid. All right. So I'm just gonna ask Spirit, how does this person feel about you guys right now? Nine of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Strength, Justice, Chariot, Magician. With the Nine of Pentacles, this person does know that you're changing, because the Nine of Pentacles tells me that they feel like you're doing your own thing. You're not really initiating with them anymore. You're not really making plans that include them anymore. They feel like you're pretty much doing your own thing. So it does look like this person can kind of tell that this is pretty much the end. With the Five of Wands, it does feel like this person, agrees that you guys been fighting a lot. They agree that there's a lot of anger here. They do think that you have an ego. They have an ego. They do think you're defensive towards them. They realize you guys are not seeing eye to eye, okay? With the Strength card, this person is realizing that you are getting your strength back. Like, they're realizing you're putting yourself first, that you're changing. They see it. They're not dumb to it. They can tell that, honestly, like I said, that's over. And with justice coming up, they think that you're justified by distancing yourself from them. They can't even be mad. They realize they've put you through so many obstacles. But I think with the Magician, there's still a part of them that still has some hope that this may not really be over. Okay? So I'm just gonna ask Spirit, will this person try to make things right with you, since they realize that you're no longer gonna try? Three of Swords, King of Pentacles, King of Wands, Judgment. I think with the Three of Swords coming out, I don't think right away they will try. I think that they would rather just sit in their grief about things coming to an end. They'll accept, this heartbreak, unfortunately. I feel like they're gonna pour more into their career. I feel like this person that's how they are. They'll distract themselves with their career. They're kind of selfish in a way. They're kind of materialistic. So they'll just be like, all right, well, that's what you want. I'm just, I'm going to turn my back to you too. Because as you can see, this person's heartbroken, but they're turning their back. Like, their back is towards this heartbreak. So this just represents this person's really good at kind of distracting themselves when they're hurt, right? Now I'm going to ask Spirit, why is the King of Wands here though? I also think that this person is gonna talk about this to somebody else in their life, okay? Whoever this person is, this person, I don't think gives them the best advice, but I think that this person will be honest with them and will basically tell them like, hey, you can't really be mad that this person, came to the decision. You did do a lot of messed up things. And, with Judgment, I do feel like at a later date, they will try to make things right with you. But it will happen after they really settle, like sit down and settle with this, and like whoever they talk to, who, like I said, this person doesn't feel like they give them the best advice in the world, but in this situation, they're gonna be really honest with them. I feel like it motivates them to say, you know what, I gotta fix this situation. But it just feels like it's gonna happen at a later date. Okay. I'm gonna ask Spirit for advice for you guys this month. What advice do you have for Cancers this month? Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Eight of Swords. I feel like the advice that Spirit has for you is that with the Seven of Pentacles, you may feel, a lot of you may feel like you wasted your time. A lot of you may feel like, yo, I invested so much time into this person, so much effort, so much energy, and it really didn't go anywhere. And it may feel upsetting to you, like, wow, like I can't get that time back, right? But I feel like what Spirit is saying is that your fruits of labor is coming in. So it's like the hard work that you put into this person, later on in life, it will pay off. I'm going to ask Spirit how. Because sometimes, like, you may not see the reward for your hard work right away. So I'm just going to ask Spirit, what will you get back for this hard work that you put into this person? I think that what it's saying, because this represents this person, I think what Spirit is saying is that at a later date, this person is going to sit down with this situation. This person is going to be logical about this connection between you and them. And because this person is a very analytical person, this is a person that does not make decisions with their heart, they make decisions with logic. I think they're going to realize what they did wrong, like I said before. And this is going to be something that's going to help them to grow. I do feel like this person will eventually apologize to you. But what I also am getting about this situation is that it's going to help you to grow. It's going to help you to start looking at things in a more realistic way. And it's going to make it to where you're more logical. You don't make decisions with your heart. You make decisions with logic. What I'm also getting from Spirit is that you need to focus more on your work. You need to pay more attention to details, okay? I am also getting that Spirit is saying, as far as work-wise, things look really good for you. A lot of you are going to accomplish a lot of your personal goals. And with the Eight of Swords, for a while, you'll feel a little confused. You'll feel a little stuck. You know, you'll feel somewhat helpless when it comes to this decision, because it's not like you really wanted to end it with this person, but they kind of gave you no choice. But I feel like Spirit is saying this too shall pass. Like, this feeling is not forever. Okay? I'm gonna ask Spirit one more question, which is, I want to ask Spirit a question regarding the person that I was picking up on that you guys are involved with. Okay. And the final question is going to be, Spirit, the person that disappointed them, is this person going to realize that they lost something good? Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Hierophant. I'm getting yes. I feel like they will realize that they lost something good because they're going to feel left out in the cold by you. Okay? It feels like you did a lot for this person more than other people have. For some of you, you may have even helped them financially. Not for everybody, but for some of you, you might have helped them financially a lot. For others of you, you just probably really were very generous towards them. Like, you really tried to work with them. Maybe this person was going through like some type of losses and you were just there for them, like as far as like emotional support or just a lot of effort you put into them. So yes, when they feel like, you know, your presence is not there and there's a void in their life, yes, they're gonna realize that they lost something good. It is also saying that they're gonna realize they lost something good through other people that they date. It does look like they're about to eventually meet someone who is kind of bitch, and then they're gonna end up messing with a girl. This could even be a man too, but they're gonna end up messing with someone who is very attractive, but they're very toxic. Okay, and with a Hierophant, what this is gonna lead to them realizing is that they do need to change. I feel like this is gonna make this person become more spiritual or more religious. Is going to also make this person realize that they really want something more traditional and not something that's just on the surface. All right. So yeah, guys, hopefully I was able to give you clarity on your situation. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, all the information to do so is going to be in the description below. Also, I have readings that start at $19.97. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.